How's it going, Cancerian community? So let's go ahead and get started. Ancestors, spirit guides, what needs to come out for the introduction for the Cancerian community? Oh man. All right, something we're at odds ends with right away is we don't see how there is unlimited possibilities here. That you're capable of being able to do more, bring in more, have more. Something else we're not seeing is a movement into balance. We're also confused on it. We're confused on how to balance our own energies out. Yeah, it comes at change or changes. That could be something that's really hard to face for a Cancerian. And that's because Cancerians are such sacrifices. They sacrifice so much for the ones that they care about, the ones that they want to believe in. And then remember, these ones can be people, places, or things. Something else you're at odds ends with is retreat. Getting a break. Getting a break from these others. It could be these others' dramas. So everything's in due timing. Whatever it is that's going on, it needs to go on. It needs to happen because the divine is here. Whatever it is that happens, and maybe Cancerian, you start to discover what it is, and you may get upset at who it is behind these masks, who it is that's behind these doors. Just know that the wolves needed to be flushed out. That's what I heard. So what do we do in the meantime? How do we deal with it when we're starting to recognize who these wolves are? Well, we need to pour into ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. For you in particular, Cancerian, it's through your creativity. Remember to also make time to retreat at the end of the day, to take care of yourself, to pour back into yourself. This could be with a hobby or something. Whatever this is, your ancestors, your guides don't want you to get absorbed in it. They don't want you to absorb what I see is directly the negativity, but it's also going to be like the bitterness of these others. I have a feeling whoever these are, they're really bitter about something. Another thing with that creativity, again, self-care, self-love. When you flush out the wolves, the wolves are going to want to bite back. They are going to want to bite back, and you're going to want to sit there and you're going to want to get a hold of that muzzle with that claw you got there, and you want to say, listen here, pup, I'm tired of your games. But that is not what the lesson is here. What I get is you're not meant to serve out the punishment. You're just meant to flush them out. What do I get that from? I get that from this forgiveness. Alright, so divine and angels, universal energy. What needs to come out for the present? Oh my goodness. I like this. This time it comes out over here with the divine. I think, again, this is the divine reconfirming that you have the investment that you can make. You can invest again in being bitter towards these people, this group, whatever they're doing, when actually everything comes out, because eventually everything comes out the wash. Or you can see how invested the divine is in you. I know that's crazy. That's crazy to talk about. But again, you were selected for this because of your moral compass. And I get that with this Seven of Pentacles. Look at all those eggs there. Look at this person right here. This only one here who has all that, who's been trusted to manage all this. Yeah. Some reason, you don't know it, you don't see it, but you were meant to conquer this conflict in whatever this community is with these wolves that goes round and round and round and round. This could have been happening since you were young. Like, this could really be how people have been operating for a while now. And whoever this ancestor is, they kind of had a feeling what was going to happen, I wonder. They had a feeling, or they knew, they had some kind of inkling that this was going on or was going to happen. Maybe they tried to put stuff into place so that these others would receive stuff. So maybe that these others would feel full enough from whatever that they were getting, but they're not. They're beings that are never satisfied. And I say that because we do have NPCs who are in this programming of actually never being satisfied. Nothing is ever enough. They can have the very thing that they wanted, but within so many moments, it's not good enough no more. They're never satisfied. Ooh. Here we come, the Magician. What I'm hearing, it has to do with this person who plays a lot of games. This person plays both sides of the field. Alright, we got good magicians, we got bad magicians. But I say they play both sides of the field because you don't know which way they go sometimes. You've had something that they've done, something that they've said has shown you a red flag about them. And it could have been maybe in some kind of emotional state. You've noticed that they could be like very selfish, very just on them. They're not going to do it unless they're benefiting from something. Could be the very things that they even have around them. This Four of Swords. So I have this Knight of Wands here. What is this Knight of Wands wanting to say? Getting unblocked. Unsure how to do it though. How do you make the movement to even unblock this, to open this door to these wolves? In a sense, you feel like you don't have the power to. You don't feel like it's your place to. For some reason, you put these others on some kind of pedestal. Let's see. Could be because they're a nightmare to deal with. The nightmare to deal with them has been something that's been going on for a long time. Again, these traditions here with the Hierophant. You got this Six of Cups going back into like a childhood. Then we have this King of Pentacles. Very kind of out on their own, only about them. Only, again, showing up if it's good for them. Then I have a Ten of Pentacles here. That's in a confused position with a Wheel of Fortune. Confused on if things can work out differently. confused on if anything and everything, here we go, can change about this. What is the direct direction to go? How do I go in that direction but still protect myself from losing it all? What is this all though? Is this all the community? Could it be the co-workers? Could it be family? Could it be friends that you're outgrowing here? All right, last few cards here. As I say that, we have more swords coming out. I have an 8 of swords, almost in a full reverse, and then I have this Ace of Swords. Whatever this isn't a place where you can bring in new things. This isn't a place where we're welcoming, say, more of an intellectual evolvement. That's what these people, place, thing, it's all about the control of something. So let's go ahead and go to the conclusion. Divine and universal energy, what is it that needs to come out for the conclusion for the Cancerian community? We've been saying this. It's bittersweet. It is a bittersweet thing. Understand it. Feel it. As much as you don't want this to be the truth, as much as you're hoping they're not the actual wolves, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can't make people act differently, just like you can't change their beliefs. You're not them. Recovery. We have this crown chakra here. Recovering this key. I don't know. What I feel like is when you get out of this mess, you get out of their entanglement, their thought process, whatever they thought was fair, you're going to be able to find something. You're going to be able to have more of a spiritual connection. You're going to find enlightenment. There's going to be some inner wisdom coming about because you learned something here. You're going to have a unity of a conscious. But this conscious, again, might not just be that intellectual. This is transcendent. This is coming from the 12th house Pisces, which is in the new moon. This comes at a spiritual kind of thing. First thing that I see though is here. What did I tell you? Something's going to change here. Someone is going to feel it on a spiritual level. All right, so this is going to conclude it. Thank you so much, Cancerian energy. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming in and helping out with all these positive messages. And I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.